Hello. Good evening. I hope everyone is doing well. Let me just get my camera set up. I think it might be a bit loud there. And there we go. Okay. Little strip down this evening. As you can probably see, I've already made a start. Because I wouldn't say it's overly complicated, but basically we have our base movement, the 2894-2, and then sat on top of it is this chronograph complication. If my audio is too loud, I think it might be. Let me just... So I'm looking at the mic levels on OBS, and it looks like it's quite loud. So I've turned it down a fair bit. If it needs to go higher, or if my volume's too low, then just let me know. But yeah. Today we are going to be stripping this movement down. Already made a start decasing it. So I've got the main movement. And we've got the little piggyback system, and we've also got our case. So I made a start stripping it down just to make sure it was what I thought it was, being a piggyback chronograph system, which makes life a bit easier really. We're not going to strip apart the chronograph component itself. What we're going to focus on here is just the, I guess the main part of the movement, the 2894. Anyway, let's make a start. So I had to take out our crown and stem, obviously to take out the case. So let me just go and get that refitted. So it's a bit fiddly. Okay. Okay, stem is in place. I'll get a movement holder. What I'll do is get this automatic off. That'll be the first step. Make sure you're in focus. So there are 3 screws holding down the automatic and 3 blue screws, so nice and easy not to mix up. I'll take them out as I loosen them. And then with those 3 screws removed, there we go, the whole automatic unit comes off. Get you back in focus. There you go. So automatic is off. Let me get a screw basket so I can put the screws away as I'm stripping down. But I hope you are all doing well. You may have noticed I've now uploaded my first actual YouTube video that went up over the weekend. So we are now, I guess, officially back. Still for my Rodico. Okay, so with the automatic off, it's a little bit different to, I guess, your regular setup on a 2892, because obviously there's no dial and hands that will sit on top of this plate. So what they do is they put a little wheel that'll attach to the center seconds, and that's what drives the chronograph function. So here is the little adaptive chronograph plate, and it will engage here. So right in the middle. And that's just friction fitted. I'll try and remember myself now how this whole watch goes together. Right, let me get my hand levers, we'll take off that top part. Hand levers might be a bit fat. Oh, didn't get it. Oh, it's a fiddly one. I'll try again with hand levers. Got it. It's on there quite low, so it's quite difficult to get any kind of leverage. So we had to try and get a sharper pair of hand levers for that particular job. And also the one next to it. It's like a friction piece. So obviously those two wheels that I've just taken off were driving power to power the chronograph function, or the whole plate for the chronograph. We're not stripping this particular part down. I'm just going to put that aside. If that needs work, then I have to go to Longines itself. But the 2894 actual base, we can strip down service. So obviously this is based off of the 2892. You can probably see a lot of the similarities, but some adaptive measures were made so that it could run a chronograph. But under the hood, it's still a 2892 really. I hope my volume's okay. It was looking like it was very high when I first started, so if it needs adjusting, just let me know. I'm hoping it's okay. Oh, so I was putting the chronograph section away. Slippy screw. Come on, you. There we go. Let's try and remove this date disc part. Everything's overlapping and on top of each other, and something just flew out. I heard it land, so give me 1 second. Nothing lost. Landed on my chair. Thought for a second that was going to be a nightmare to find. There we go. Hey there, AC2. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's doing a little strip down video. Live stream. Shouldn't take too long. I mean, I already had it partly disassembled. impressive echolocation. Yeah, you start to develop it in this industry after 10 years. You start to hear very precise locations. Saves a lot of time, so. And just for viewers who haven't seen, I'm just going to put in chat. 1 second. Do. So we have now uploaded, I guess, our first video, proper video, in over 18 months. So we are officially back. Obviously we have been doing quite a few live streams. That's my first proper video. Still got another 2 or 3 in development. Probably going to be a week or 2 before the next one's going up. But we are back. Oh, it's stuck. Come on. I was trying to take off the balance, but oh, she is not wanting to pry off. Put it back down. Try again. There we go. Okay. I think I got it. Yes. Okay. Just taking out the balance. Make sure that doesn't get damaged. So now we'll just cut the power. We'll find out if there is any power left when we take the pallets out. That was a pretty convincing power down from the barrel, but sometimes you get a little bit left over, but nope. No power at all going through the train, which is good. So I'll take the train out next. And this one, this train bridge is only held in with a singular screw. And center wheel, escape wheel, third wheel. Yeah, I'm not sure if my mic settings changed because I had to do obviously a voice recording for the video. I'm not sure if it's completely changed its settings because now it looks like my mic volume is much higher. I'll have to listen to this live stream back because it looks like it's very, very high. Like I've turned it down a lot, whereas before I was struggling. Before I was actually struggling to get the volume right. Now I was in like it was too low. I think it's okay now. It's a thick one. Thick with 2 C's. Extra thick. Alright, so we've got 3 screws holding down the barrel bridge. Let's move those aside. It's just a question of leverage to get the bridge off. There we go. It was like stuck. But now it's off. The ratchet sits on top of the barrel for this watch. So take that off, remove the barrel, and remove the great wheel. So now I've got a nice clean base plate. Mic used to be very low indeed, now it's great. Okay, it's good. Good that the volume is okay. Yeah, it used to be very low. I've still got a lot of adjustment I can make on it now, so that's good. Where's my pegwood? There it is. Want to make sure all the holes are pre-cleaned. Yes, the next watch I'm looking to make a video with is the Benson. It's one that I've shown on stream a few times. It's stripped down now. It's going to need a new setting lever spring, a new balance staff. It's going to need 2 wire lugs welded or soldered. And it's also got about 3 or 4 gashes in the case, or like where the metal has gone really thin and holes are starting to develop, so it needs packing, soldering, new balance staff, new setting lever spring. I think that's it. Yeah, she needs a little bit of TLC, so it's probably going to be another week or 2 before I can get that all shot and edited. I think, yeah, usually I'm working with about 2 or 3 hours worth of footage to edit down into like 10-15 minutes. So it takes a little bit of time to really get like an editor, but the channel's not really at that stage yet. Maybe one day. Alright, sorry, I'm just kind of monologuing at the moment. Get the focus back. I'm just stripping down the keyless. And the stem just slides out with nothing holding it in place. Winding and sliding pinions just full. The only thing left is our balance jewel, which is just here. So let me extract that. I'll flip this plate over. We'll refit the balance, remove the balance cock jewel, and it's just the automatic that needs stripping down. I'm not sure when I'm going to get around to actually assembling this, because I also need to create a YouTube short for the actual video that I uploaded on Sunday. There's still so much to do. It's melting my brain. But I will get around to assembling this because it is being chased and I need to get it done. So live streaming schedule may be a little bit erratic. A little bit of a nightmare at work with a balance staff. The watch was all complete, had it all cased up. I had it on test. I was actually thinking about letting it go last week, but I'll hold on to it for a little bit longer. just run some checks on it, and I noticed a hair underneath the glass, just sat on the dial, and it had a snap-on bezel at the front. Couldn't really wedge a knife into it very easily, so I had to give it a few little taps just to get the knife in to pop off the bezel, and by doing that it broke the balance staff, which sucks. So the watch was all done, all cased up, ready to go. A tiny imperfection, little hair, and the vibrations from the hammer broke the staff, so now I've got to replace the balance staff. And it's on a vintage Rolex, so you can't really get parts for it, so I've got spare balance staffs, we'll have to adapt something potentially. Yeah, it's a bit of an oh-no, but it's one of those things really. Obviously a watch of this period doesn't have shock absorbers, but there's also no other way to access the dial, so yay. Okay, so base plate all stripped down, balance jewels are out. Just going to quickly clean up the train. I mean, we'll work around it, we'll get it done. Not too concerned. It just sucks that the job was done, and then obviously that tiny little hair kind of set me back a little bit. So that'll be your tomorrow job. I've got 2 balance staffs to fit tomorrow. At least you get to use your cool watchmaker tools now. Exactly, yeah. Again, I get to now use all of my cool watchmaking tools. Get to feel like a proper watchmaker. Feels more like a restoration sort of job now. Alright, let's pop open the barrel. Come on, you. Pop. Alright, there's our mainspring. It's not broken, so that's all good. But yeah, tomorrow I've got to fit 2 balance staffs, I think. I've got 1030. I think it's referred, and the other one, the one that broke recently, I think it's a Runeberg. There wasn't a caliber reference, so it's one of the early models. I'm just gonna quickly just take this out. And I was also inspecting it. Now that I have to change the balance staff, the roller is shellacked or glued to the staff, which means somebody had a problem with this one in the past. I think we saw it as like, okay, we're not going to mess with what somebody else has done. Sometimes just create more problems, but now we have to address that problem because the staff is broken. The joys of watchmaking. So now it's got me questioning if the balance staff that broke was even original for the movement. When you start to see shellac and glue everywhere, it does make you like question what somebody else has done. But as I said, I've got a variety of spare balance staffs, which I'm sure I have something of the appropriate size, which can be adapted. Which for something of this age, for this watch, will be necessary. Sorry, I'm just yapping away. Okay, mainspring is out. Moving on to the automatic. But yeah, and obviously if you do want to hear about the channel, please do leave a like on our recent upload. It does actually help the channel tremendously. If you have seen it, that is. Nope, come on you. May have to sharpen my screwdrivers now I'm looking at my yellow. There might be a slight kink in it. The blade might be on the way out. So 3 screws from the back hold the rotor to the automatic. With those 3 out, you can see the 3 slots. And the rotor comes straight off. Nice and easy. Okay, another little story is not really watchmaking related, but at my apartment complex right now, I've got a nice, good sized balcony. And for the next 6 months, there's going to be scaffolding on my doorstep right outside. They're replacing the cladding on the building. So one of the perks of the place, which was the balcony, I'm now not really going to be able to use for the next 6 months. So yeah, everything is going well. So I was going to vent it a little bit. Why are you stuck? There's nothing holding you down. I think the greases have started to dry up and it's just creating friction. Come on. There we go. Jeez. Yeah, it's just getting gunged up, the old grease. So it's just stuck. And obviously this just came in for a service. I need to go over the paperwork, but I imagine it's had automatic issues. Judging by that one particular wheel and the post, yeah, look, that should just come off. Yeah, the greases are just going, the oils are going. So we've got to make sure this is squeaky clean. Keep everything nice, pre-clean with our pegwood. Try and remove as much of that gunged up grease as we can. And it'll be down to the cleaning machine to finish the job. So I'm going to check all the plates. Just make sure all the jewels are A-OK. Yeah, we're not going to strip down the chronograph piggyback system. If that has issues, then quite frankly it's going to go to Longines to do. It's not sure you can get parts for it unless you're accredited with Longines. Okay. Right, let me get my basket, clean basket. Baskets are still a little bit wet. So well, it didn't finish in a heat cycle, so it's like a little bit damp still. But not an issue. It's about to go in anyway, so. Get all this squeaky clean. Okay. So, watch is stripped down. I'll get that cleaned up tonight. I'm not sure when I'll next be live in order to assemble this. So I'm going to need a few hours, maybe a few streams to actually do it. But I will be back to assemble this. So, let me get this cleaned up, wrap this up. It's getting a bit late and I've got other things to do still, so this is only one of the things on the to-do list tonight. So thank you all for joining. Sorry it's a short one. I'll be live again at some point this week, hopefully, to get this assembled, so stay tuned for that. But I'm going to have to love you and leave you. Hope you all have a wonderful night. I'll catch you again hopefully all